All right, welcome back. You know, I say it all the time. We're over here. We're doing a thankless job trying to talk about the truth, about politics, about business, and everything we talk about is kind of molested and harassed by the left-wing media who just wants to program our minds with these falsehoods. But we're never really in the trenches. I mean, I'm sitting in a beautiful house in Annandale on the water. I use the term in the trenches. This guy, Brad Benson, has been in the trenches of the NFL where there are beasts everywhere. And Brad joins us again with CEO of Wealth Colony, Joe Hagan. Hey, Brad, adversity is something that you, if you ask me, you must face to actually improve yourself, because then you know how you stack up and you know how you have to get better. Give us a good NFL story about some adversity you faced going against some of the top pass rushers ever in history.
Well, it's pretty funny. Anybody that was a real Giants fan back around that time, 86, 87, 88, would know of my battles with Dexter Manley in RFK Stadium. And Dexter was a great football player. There's just no doubt about it. But our styles conflicted, and I was always able to have a great deal of success with Dexter. Dexter made a comment to newspaper reporters about he's going to whoop my butt down there in RFK. You know, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want him any more fired up than what he was. So I was very quiet going into the thing. But and that's back when John Madden and Pat Summerall were doing the announcing. I actually had a dog. It was a pit bull, and I named it Dexter. And I told everybody that before the game. But to get to the point is when we went to play them in RFK, the old stadium, you would have to come down a tunnel and then go through a dugout to get up onto the field. You had to duck to get out. It was fairly antiquated. But when I looked up from the dugout, and all I could see, and I swear, John, there were thousands of them, mannequins with giant number 60 jerseys on, hanging from a noose.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It was a pretty wild day. And you know, when you get into a situation like that, you can't allow Dexter any success at all, especially in the beginning of the game, because the crowd's just going to go crazy. You're not going to hear the snap count. It's just going to be a terrible thing. So I had to be on my game. And thank God I was. And I think that game probably put me into the Pro Bowl.
Wow. So you come out and there's, you know, I don't even want to get into the political ramification. Imagine if it was today. You can't even call the Washington Redskins anymore. They're the Washington Football Club. And a noose near any pro sports team would probably set the Twitter sphere on fire. So you're saying you faced the adversity there by keeping you cool, sticking to your game plan, and you know, going about your job as best you can without, you know, getting your opponent even more fired up. It sounds like some good advice for business also.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
You've got to stay calm. You got to stay focused. And that's probably what helped me the most. I didn't have the greatest ability in the world.
I know that feeling.
You just need a plan.
Got it. All right, we got to leave it right there. Brad Benson, Super Bowl champ, New York Giants, and Joe Hagan, Wall Street veteran, CEO of Wealth Colony. Guys, thank you both very much for your lessons and mentorship. Thank you for being there, but don't go anywhere. We're going to come back right after this. We're going to be joined by Michael O'Reilly, who's flying high. That's all I'll say.